The boy secretly painted the street light red. The train thought there was a malfunction ahead and stopped immediately. The boy just wanted to take a free ride, but he was discovered by the patrolling guards before he got on the train. To avoid being caught, he hid under the train. The train suddenly started at this time. The boy began to climb out quickly, but the guards behind him were still chasing him. He thought of a good way to start the conveyor belt. Finally, he fell into the cargo box. The train travels between mountains and lakes. Spidey began his first long journey in his life. The train arrived at the next stop along with the beautiful scenery of the West. The guards had been waiting here for a long time. They searched carefully for the trace of Spidey, and Spidey always managed to escape danger in critical moments. When the guard heard the noise coming from the RV, he began to look inside through the window. Although he felt something was wrong, he didn't find anything unusual. He stared wide-eyed and tried to find a flaw, but Spidey was motionless like a real billboard. But his snot was about to flow. Just when he was about to be exposed, the train whistle suddenly sounded. The guard had no time to continue observing and could only turn around and leave. The night gradually dyed the sky black. Spidey fell asleep peacefully on the bed. The train shuttles between the blue sky and white clouds. The scenery outside the window begins to jump in front of eyes. But unfortunately, the food in front of him can only be seen but not eaten. Spidey began to miss his mother's fried eggs and toast. In fact, he didn't want to run away from home. But his parents didn't understand and didn't care about his dream. Spidey's family lived on a farm in the West. Although he was born in an ordinary family, he was an absolute genius. When the teacher was still teaching third-grade math problems, he had already studied quantum mechanics and other physics problems. But the teacher didn't believe it at all, even often mocked him. Spidey had to take out the report he published in the magazine, but the teacher still didn't willing to admit his excellence, even led the whole class to laugh at him for wearing socks of different colors. In order to learn real knowledge, Spidey had to sneak into the university classroom, eavesdrop on the professor talking about the design concept of magnetic perpetual motion machine. The college students present did not believe that humans could really build a perpetual motion machine. Only Spidey was excited. He told the professor confidently,
I accept the challenge.
But it was obvious that the professor did not believe what he said at his age. But no one expected that Spidey really built a perpetual motion machine that could last for 400 years, and was awarded the World Science Prize, and he completely embarked on his wonderful journey of receiving the award.